Hello there, Sagittarius, and welcome to your monthly reading, guys. Today we are doing your soulmate read for April, so I hope you have all been well, guys. This will be a general read for your energy, so please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. For those of you who are new to this channel, hello and welcome. Make sure to click subscribe down below, okay? And for those of you who have already been a part of the family, thank you all so much for your love and your support. It is truly a blessing. So my loves, as I said, a general read here, so take what resonates, please, leave what doesn't. It is very much so impossible for all of you to resonate with this reading here, okay? I want you to know that about 30% of you will gain the knowledge and the clarity it is that you're wanting out of this reading here today. However, for the rest of you, do check out your moon, your rising, and your Venus signs for more clarity on your current situation. Alrighty, so Sagittarius, with that being said, we are using Keeper and Tarot here today, as per usual. Alrighty, and one day, maybe one day, I will stop explaining myself, okay? However, until that day comes, I am going to continue to repeat myself. Alrighty, my loves, so at this point in time, the energy that's between you and your soulmate is one of the mature woman. So we have card number 6, mature woman here. So either one of you is dealing with a third party situation, so maybe you already have been in contact with your soulmate, okay, and the third party was someone who was a bit older, okay, who got involved. Or what I'm sensing most importantly is that one of you is seeking the opinion, the input of someone who's a little bit older. So maybe a mother figure, an aunt, someone who's a little bit older can give a bit more guidance, you know, maybe even a professional here. And on the bottom of the deck, you have card number 35, the pathway, okay, which is a number 8 here. So you're on the right path, guys. You are definitely being given a choice this month. Either you, Sagittarius, or your person is being given a choice right here, right now, in terms of actually coming towards the other here. Now, what I'm sensing is that someone here is wanting to express their emotions. The other person very much so, you know, sees this connection as something as worthy, very much so taking it to the next level. Someone here may not be wearing their heart on their sleeve at this point in time just because they don't know which path it is that they need to take. However, this person is very much so seeking a new start, some form of commitment here with you, okay, or you with them. Now, Sagittarius, you need to know that this person is very much so, you know, healed from past wounds, or is actually finding it a little bit hard after healing from those past wounds to reciprocate these feelings or these emotions here. They've been very patient, as have you, in this connection, release things of the past to be able to come forward towards you, okay, which is definitely why the pathway card has shown up. So definitely on the right path here this month, guys. You need to know that. Things in the past weren't so stable, they weren't so grounded, and you need to know that this has very much so been released, and this person is very much so ready, however still a bit scared of actually getting emotionally involved here. However, I do feel as though you, Sagittarius, and your person may have some sort of a connection here where you already communicate, or maybe even a telepathic or a emotional level here where, you know, what I'm sensing is that you can actually feel one another. And as I've said that, I get goosebumps, which is really, really, really beautiful, okay? And as I've said that, the High Priestess has actually shown up, okay, which is talking about intuition, telepathy, listening to where it is guiding you, okay, being able to move forwards here, guys. And holy crap, as I've said, being able to move forward, the Chariot has popped out, okay? Sagittarius, wow. Your reading so far, beautiful, okay? If I was to go off these two cards, holy crap, I would love that. However, we need as much information for you guys out there as possible, okay? Yeah, so definitely, as I was saying, this person is very much so wanting to show you what they feel, how they feel, okay? Very beautiful cards for your top read, and as I've said that, I've just kind of, yeah, wow, okay, yes, 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 Sagittarius, yes, okay. Guys, this person wants what you want. I can say that for sure right now. They want what you want. They're working very hard on themselves on this connection. They've become awakened to this connection. This is definitely a soulmate connection here, guys. Okay, however, there is still a little bit of fear here. Their guards are still up. They're being a little bit defensive, and they're very much so at a crossroads. However, which actually indicates the pathway card here, so you need to know that. There is the Ace of Cups representing this reading's energy here overall. Okay, so new love, reconciliation for some of you. Okay, definitely a new relationship, a new opportunity is arising here. However, this will probably come with the input of someone who is a little bit more mature and in tune and being able to set either one of you on your path towards one another here. Okay, what I'm sensing is that this person is definitely awakened to this connection. Okay, you Sagittarius are awakened to this connection, but you're finding it a little bit hard in putting the pieces together at this point in time. Okay, I do sense that the two of you will be able to move forward together. I feel that you could be dealing with Cancerian energy here, guys, or Leo energy quite prominently. However, you do have, you know, you've got your water, the earth, you've got your fire energy here, guys, and you've got your air energy also. I know how much you guys love hearing this crap, so I have to say it out there for you, okay? But what I'm sensing is that this person is definitely trying to follow their intuition. Very much so trying to follow their heart when it comes to you. They see you as someone that they can commit to wholeheartedly. They want this commitment just as much as you do, guys, okay? This could definitely lead to something very much so higher here. Now, soulmate and twin flame connections, guys, were never meant to be easy, and I'm going to repeat that until, you know, you guys finally get that through your heads, that these energies, no, they're not easy. However, these connections were never meant to be easy, okay? They're here to teach us things, to be able to grow with one another. Sagittarius, this person knows who you are, this person sees who you are, this person acknowledges this, respects this, okay? They want to provide you with a very beautiful, you know, stable, whole, home life energy connection. This is someone who sees success and victory within this beautiful connection between the two of you. However, because of the crossroads between the two of you at this point in time, they're very much so a little bit hesitant and conflicted within their own heads and hearts right now. This could also be you, Sagittarius, so do keep that in mind. What I am also sensing is that the two of you will be able to overcome this, and especially if you have, like, if you're wanting to have children again, there is an opportunity for this to happen. However, that will happen with a lifestyle change, so do keep that in mind. There is so much confidence within this connection. This is definitely a twin flame or a soulmate connection here, because you've got your Queen of Wands and your King of Wands plus the Four of Wands energy here, guys, okay? So do keep that in mind. This could also be something of a past life connection. However, I do see the two of you are very much so in tune with one another, and as I'd said through the messages, you know, that this is something of that is on a spiritual level. So the two of you actually connect through different avenues here, regardless of whether or not you can connect physically or emotionally, okay? I see that there is a connection here where the two of you can, like, telepathically feel one another, talk to one another, you pop up in each other's dreams, you know when the other is thinking about you, etc., etc. The both of you are very much so awakened to this connection, have worked very, very hard for this connection. This person has their blinders on. They're in search of what it is, and that is you, Sagittarius. They are very much so in search of you, okay? So open up your heart space, let them know it's okay for them to come in, all right? Allow it to become a little bit easier. Let them know that it is safe for them to do so, because they do have walls and bridges that they need to overcome at this point in time. They very much so have their defenses still up here, guys. They're very guarded due to a past hurt. This could also be you, Sagittarius, so let down those guards, let down those walls, let go of that fear. This person is actually quite fearful that what happened in the past to them is going to happen again with you. You need to know that there is a beautiful outcome awaiting the two of you here that is very much so bringing some form of change here. Okay, the two tens represent that quite beautifully, and this is going to happen when the both of you are able to disconnect from the real world, let down those walls and guards, and come in towards one another. There is so much hope for this relationship with the Two of Pentacles with that card. I'm not sure if you can see it, but there is a dolphin in the background there, and this just denotes and dictates hope and change here, guys, okay? And with the Four of Wands, I'm not sure if you can see that, but there is a dragonfly here, which is my spirit animal, which I absolutely love seeing when it pops up. When you start seeing either one of these animal totems, do pay attention to your thoughts and your emotions at that point in time, because both are bringing change, one hope, but both in all bringing that change, okay? If you have a look at the Eight of Pentacles, there is a little spider there, okay, deep behind there, and that is all about feminine energy. It could be a mature woman, it could be that mature woman energy here, it could be a mother figure, something like that. But what you are being told is that the hard work that's actually being put into this relationship right now and the path that's being taken is very much so bringing balance towards this situation here. Okay, guys, with the Four of Pentacles, this is someone who is very much so trying to work hard to get to where they need to and want to be for you, with you here. There could be, how would I put this? There is definitely some form of journey being taken right now, especially with all the fours on the ground here. You need to know that with all the twos on the ground, this very much so indicates a sense of accord and security. Okay, I am very much so sensing that this is someone who is very focused, very passionate, very much so. They could even have their own business, okay, could be an entrepreneur of some sort. But what I'm sensing is this person is actually very focused and confident within this relationship and this connection here. However, they're a little bit fearful and stuck at this point in time because they've still got their walls and defenses up regarding a certain situation in the past. And I feel as though one of you here is going to seek that guidance from someone who's a little bit older, a little bit wiser, to be able to pop these walls down and help you guys out of this crossroads or this indecision and this pathway right now, this choice that definitely needs to be made here. Okay, so beautiful, beautiful reading there for you, Sagittarius. Finally, right? Okay, finally something good happens for you, Sagittarians. Alrighty, my love, so I am going to leave your reading at that. I do hope you enjoyed this. I am sending you all lots of light and love. Until next time.